So, I'm weirdly thinking, like, because Aaron and I were kind of both sick at the same time, but I first had something, then we both sort of had something, and now I feel like like, I don't know, I'm having like I don't want to say a second wave, but it's just sort of like, wow, what's going on? Hopefully things will be better by tomorrow and stuff.
Yeah.
I already canceled therapy for tomorrow, so I'm not. I remember she said just because of the times right now, 24 hours beforehand. I sent her an email, so I didn't get an email back, but I attempted to cancel. Like, I've been running a fever, and like with the precautions recently, I just don't really want to. Like, going to the store and wearing a mask and kind of staying on the move is one thing, but like sitting down for an hour with no mask in a closed space with one person, that's just asking for it. Apparently I slept all funky wrong last night, so Aaron says, well, why don't you take one of the pain pills? So I took one of the pain pills, and then he's like, well, take another one. And I was like, you want me to take a what? And
because
so
I didn't think about how they stack or how they affect each other.
or the fact that one of them is OxyContin.
Yeah.
I understand I was pretty much crying last night, but it's also the fact that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't lay in one position. Like,
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean take OxyContin. It just maybe need to like double up on the paracetamol. But, so, I said, well, I'll see how much later I'll be able to handle it getting out to the store. And he said,
You said, I'll ask you to go with me for an errand. And I said, or I can go for you.
yeah, that's what it was. And I'm not sure. I think Aaron should probably go for me instead. I don't know when he's going to be free from work stuff.
5:30.
Great. We went Heinz during the busy time.
Probably cut out early. I have a pending question in 2 channels.
Ooh. So one question in 2 channels, or? Okay.
Because no one's answering the first one, so I asked in the second one.
Oh, okay. Just because, like, the OxyContin is still hitting me pretty far, and I'm feeling pretty dizzy as is, because it's OxyContin. That's what happens. But I was reading, Dutch News.nl actually put out the English version of the plan of Bouten Island. The next island. Now, because here's the thing. I thought this was another article talking about that island off the coast where the Netherlands wants to make, New Zealand or whatever it was called. I forget what it's called. But that's just like blocking off the ocean and like doing stuff with them, and like draining a still lake is different than just building out in the middle of an ocean. But this one is Bouten Island, and I thought that might have been the name of the thing, and it's not, but it's the capstone, I guess, of Eiberg. And it's going to have a park on it the size of Vondel Park, which is huge. Like, as a casual bike ride speed, like, about 3 or what most people ride their bike, it takes me about 5 minutes to cross the park. It's a little windy, and I usually have to be dodging people, but they're going to put a park.
That just means that you're going the same speed people normally do.
Yeah, but the thing is, so you guys have seen where I'm at the beach. So when I go out to that beach, that's Strand, that's Eiberg Strand. I love how in that article they called it the Eiberg Archipelago. And I'm like, that's true, considering there's already like 6 separate islands there, and they're going to add about another 4 more. Yes. But Boughton Island is actually the name of the small sub-district. It's weird. Let's see if I can find something here about it. I'm not going anywhere. You guys are going to see all this wonderfulness. Also, apparently finding TikTok compilations of I surprised my boyfriend naked challenge and gay version, and it's like they're wow. I'm like, you guys like have no reactions whatsoever.
I think I saw one of those. It's like
The person like looks down at their feet with their phone, and then they like drop the towel, and then they pick their phone up and they just like walk out into the room and walk to their boyfriend, and the boyfriend's like,
one I saw was the boyfriend was playing with a puppy, I think, and the person filming was just like, "Hey, hun, hun."
oh yeah, but it's, the last one I was watching was people going to YouTube and getting the grinder sound effect, the little and playing it just like, they're just, it's like you and I just sort of sitting here watching something, and then all of a sudden my phone, but I'm just actually filming you to see what you would do. The thing is, he wouldn't do anything because it doesn't click right away that that's the sound. Like, he's getting it, but yeah. News, Boughton Island, gemeente Amsterdam. Oh, there's no messages here. They've got their website set up for any news involving it. I will tell you this much. It's supposed to start construction in 2022. It's going to take 20 years to build.
You know, if we buy some property there for like $5,000, we could buy an apartment and then just let them develop on it and have an apartment like this for like 5,000 euros.
That's true. So yeah, this is Steiger Island. This is mostly regular Eiber. But anyways, so then we've got Centrum Island, which is kind of in the process of being built. Like, this part is being built here, and this is that Pfeifhoek area. This is being built, and this is partly where that beach is that I go to, but they're probably going to continue the beach down, and they're going to have various other things, and they're probably going to have like housing or something right in here. But this whole thing here is supposed to be a park with like the similar kind of I want to call it like the bike pedestrian walkway over, but it has that little thing it can suck down to get a car over there for necessary purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, I mean, if you're looking at this, you're like, okay, well, they're looking at building a whole other island about the size of Eiber. And it's crazy. And here's a sketch of it, of sorts. It's like the beach area here. It looks like it's going to have a pass-through of a harbor all the way in, so you can get to the other side. Marina's over there. But yeah, so do I need to give you a list?
Yeah, probably.
Do you want me to just... My handwriting sucks. How do you...
Type it up. WhatsApp it to me.
Okay, I'll type it up on my computer. Okie dokie. Aaron's back from the star, and he, yeah.
It was more exhausting than I expected.
I'm taking a wild guess because the NMQ mask, which has one bonus and one drawback, they're like all the rage in Portugal or something like that, right?
They're super high-tech masks from Portugal that are better than the ones that aren't from Portugal.
The benefit is they have a little thing on the nose.
So you can wear glasses and they don't get fogged up.
The bad thing is they're basically a HEPA filter, so they actually do kind of restrict your airflow. Yeah. And I'm like, it's not great. But, you know, we've got hinky seasoning. no drinks tonight. Like, Aaron was getting lightheaded inside Albert Heijn, and things were getting like loosed on the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, when I wrote up the list for him, I was like, this is a little long of a list. I was like, but I had faith that I had written it down so that he wouldn't have to remember this incredibly long list. So I was like, this is written down, get these things.
Yeah. And in my defense, I got most of them. I made one mistake and I didn't get one thing.
Yeah, you didn't.
I mean, technically it was 3 things, but
Yeah. Well, he didn't know where the cheese was at first, so he thought, oh no, we have cheese at home. No, I wouldn't have put it on the list. And then, like, we have 2 different kinds of seasoning, because he didn't know that the Albert Heijn brand is basically in a shuffle pile, because the kids that stock the shelves are imprecise. And so you kind of have to do a little bit. At least you don't have to be like grandma, who's like down on her butt with her like halfway in the shelf reaching for things. I don't know. When I was downstairs, when I came back from, oh Jesus, there was this lady. She had both the doors open and she was up to her shoulders in the refrigerated thing, digging stuff out of it. Like, she'd pull one out, she'd look at it, put it back in, and I was like, what are you doing? And then, like, she finally finds what she wants, she puts everything back in, she gets up, she sees the 4 people that she's blocking the only pathway through, and she looks at them and goes, sorry, and then walks off. And I'm like, what in the hell?
Okay, but that could have been worse in at least 3 ways. She could have not put everything back. She could have not said sorry. And she could have coughed and sneezed on everything.
I don't know if she did or not. Because I wasn't listening because I was going elsewhere and
But
whatnot.
still, it could have been worse. It was bad.
That's the thing. I'm dealing a lot with Twitter, and I got a lot of people saying it could have been worse, and I'm like, yes, but it's already fucking bad. Can we not try to find the silver lining and everything and realize that shit is bad? Like, the United States had 4 years of, well, it could be worse, and then it got worse.
Yeah.
And I brought this up on Twitter. I bought them to stop taunting the universe. It will make it worse. If you don't think it, hey, it could get worse, but glad it didn't, universe. It's gonna do that little like fly rubbing its hands. Or that guy coming around the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. And so. Chocolate raisin. But that's it. And stuff. I will probably chat with you guys tomorrow when I'm a little bit more with it and stuff. I've just been, yeah.